What if I told you that the one food you're probably ignoring could protect your heart, strengthen your bones, and even help fight off chronic disease? And it costs less than a cup of coffee. Canned sardines. Yeah, you heard that right. Those little fish most people push to the back of the pantry might actually be one of the most powerful superfoods you're not eating. While sardines get a bad rap in the U.S., seen as old school or, let's be honest, kinda gross, they're a staple in diets across Europe for a reason. Science has finally caught up to what Grandma in Portugal already knew. These tiny fish are packed with nutrients that can seriously boost your health. But there's a catch. Not all sardines are created equal, and there are a few things you need to watch out for. Stick around, because we're diving deep into what the research really says, what risks you need to know about, and how to make the healthiest choice. And hey, if you're into honest science-backed health videos, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more no BS breakdowns just like this. So, what exactly are sardines? Well, sardines, also known as pilchards, are small, oily fish with a bold flavor and rich texture. They belong to the herring family, and they actually get their name from Sardinia, the Italian island where they were once super abundant. But here's what really sets them apart from other fish. Most of the time, when we eat fish, we just eat the fillet, throwing away the bones, skin, and organs. But with sardines, you eat the whole thing. Yep, bones, skin, and even the guts. Sounds intense, but hear me out. Those parts most people toss, they're actually loaded with nutrients. A single 5-ounce can of sardines packs 160 calories, 18 grams of protein, and 8.5 grams of healthy fats. But here's where it gets really impressive. The micronutrients. That same can give you over 100% of your daily vitamin B, 20% of your vitamin D needs, 30% of your calcium, over 10% of your daily iron, and a whopping 737 milligrams of omega-3s. That's more than your daily recommendation. So, yeah, sardines aren't just a quick protein fix. They're one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. But what do all those nutrients actually do for your body? This is where it gets really interesting. 1. Sardines are excellent for your heart. Let's start with your heart, because cardiovascular disease is still the #1 killer in the U.S. You've probably heard this a million times. Omega-3s are good for your heart. That's why fish oil supplements became a multi-billion-dollar industry. But here's the twist. A major review published in Frontiers in Nutrition in April 2023 found something that changes the game. The omega-3s in whole sardines might actually protect your heart better than the stuff in capsules. Why? Because sardines aren't just delivering EPA and DHA, the two main omega-3s. You're also getting calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, and zinc, all in one bite. And here's the key. These nutrients work together in your body. They don't just reduce inflammation and oxidative stress alone, they team up to do it better. It's kind of like this. For years, people thought you could just pop a vitamin C pill and get the same benefits as eating oranges. But it turns out, your body responds better to the whole food, the full package of fiber, enzymes, and co-nutrients. Sardines follow the same principle. They're not just an omega-3 delivery system, they're a complex, balanced nutrient bomb. And your heart absolutely loves that. 2. Sardines are great for your bones. When you think of bone health, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably milk, right? But here's the thing. Sardines might be an even better source of bone-building nutrition, especially if you eat them with the bones. And yes, the bones are totally soft, safe, and edible. A single can of sardines gives you about 30% of your daily calcium, along with a healthy dose of vitamin D. And that combo is key, because without vitamin D, your body can't properly absorb calcium. Think of it like this. Calcium builds the structure. Vitamin D unlocks the door to use it. A 2022 study in the journal Nutrients found that low intake of calcium and vitamin D can actually slow bone healing, especially in older adults. Another study even linked fish-based nutrients, like those in sardines, to faster recovery from hip fractures. Now, if you're someone who avoids dairy, maybe you're lactose intolerant, allergic, or just don't like it, sardines are a fantastic alternative. You're getting a powerful natural package of bone-supporting nutrients, no cow required. 3. Sardines may help prevent diabetes. This next one might surprise you. Sardines could actually help prevent type 2 diabetes. Here's the reality. According to the CDC, around 96 million Americans, that's 1 in 3 adults, are living with prediabetes right now. And without intervention, most of them will eventually develop full-blown type 2 diabetes. But in 2021, a fascinating study published in Clinical Nutrition put sardines to the test. Researchers took older adults with prediabetes and split them into 2 groups. One group got standard nutrition advice. The other group, they ate sardines twice a week. Simple, right? But the results were striking. Compared to the control group, the sardine eaters had a significantly lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. And that's not all. They also saw higher levels of HDL, that's the good cholesterol, lower triglycerides, and reduced blood pressure. So, what's going on here? How could just 2 cans of sardines per week make such a difference? Well, it goes back to what we've seen before. Nutrient synergy. It's not just the omega-3s, it's the full package. The protein, the vitamin D, the calcium. All working together to support blood sugar regulation and metabolic health. These results aren't magic. They're what happens when you consistently give your body the tools it needs to function better. 4. Sardines are good for your brain. Want to stay sharp? Boost your focus. Maybe even protect your brain as you age? Sardines might help you do all of that, thanks to their rich supply of omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA and EPA. A major review published in Nutrients in 2018 analyzed 25 randomized controlled trials on omega-3s and brain health, and the findings were impressive. People who got enough DHA and EPA showed real improvements in cognitive performance, in kids, better attention, visual processing, and literacy. In older adults, improved memory, mental clarity, and overall brain function. Now here's the kicker. These studies mostly looked at supplements, but getting your omega-3s from whole foods like sardines may be even more effective. Why? Because again, it's about nutrient synergy. You're not just getting DHA and EPA, you're also getting protein, vitamin D, B12, and other compounds that support neurological health as a team. And here's a bonus. A single can of sardines costs way less than a bottle of omega-3 pills. So if you're looking to feed your brain without draining your wallet, sardines are a smart choice. But what about the flip side? Are there any risks to eating sardines regularly? Let's take a closer look. What about mercury? Are sardines safe? Anytime we talk about seafood, one big question always comes up. What about mercury? It's a legit concern, especially with larger fish like tuna, swordfish, or king mackerel, which can carry high levels of mercury that build up over time. But here's the good news. Sardines? They're tiny, fast-growing fish that sit low in the food chain. That means they contain very little mercury, making them one of the safest seafood options out there, even for pregnant women and young children. Still, no food is perfect, Experts recommend eating a variety of seafood, not just sardines, every single day. That way, you get a broader range of nutrients and keep any potential risks in check. But there's another reason to love sardines. They're environmentally smart. Because they're small and reproduce quickly, sardines require fewer resources to produce than big predatory fish like tuna or salmon, and sardine fishing tends to have lower bycatch rates, meaning fewer dolphins, turtles, and other sea creatures are caught by accident. If you're trying to reduce your carbon footprint or eat more sustainably, sardines are one of the most eco-friendly animal proteins you can choose. How to add sardines to your diet. Okay, so you're convinced sardines are a nutritional powerhouse. But how do you actually start eating them, especially if the idea still feels a little fishy? Let's keep it simple. Start with something approachable. Try sardines on whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon and a crack of black pepper. Or mash them with olive oil and spread on crackers. Easy, no cooking required. Want a warm dish? Add them to pasta with garlic, olive oil, and parsley. The bold flavors balance out the fishiness. Still find the flavor a bit strong? Try sardines packed in tomato sauce. It tones down the intensity. Or give them a quick rinse before eating to mellow the taste. Here are a few quick things to watch out for. Sodium. Some canned sardines can be high in salt. If you're watching sodium, go for low sodium labels, or rinse them before eating. Oil versus water. Sardines come packed in olive oil, vegetable oil, water, or sauce. Oil-packed gives a richer flavor, but also has more calories, while water-packed has less. Gout warning. Sardines are high in purines, which can trigger gout in sensitive individuals. If you've got gout, check with your doctor first. The bottom line, sardines are one of the easiest, most affordable ways to upgrade your diet with serious nutrients. You don't need a fancy recipe or chef skills, just a fork, an open mind, and maybe a slice of toast. So, what does the science say about canned sardines? It's actually pretty clear. Sardines deliver incredible nutritional value in a small, affordable, and shelf-stable package. Their unique combo of omega-3s, vitamin D, calcium, protein, and other nutrient supports. Heart health, bone strength, brain function, and even helps prevent type 2 diabetes. And here's the kicker. Most people could see a serious boost in their overall nutrition just by adding sardines to their diet a couple times a week. They're not just good for your body, they're good for your wallet and the planet. Few foods hit that trifecta. Are sardines a miracle food? No food is. But sardines come really close to being the perfect mix of cost, convenience, sustainability, and nutrition. So, why aren't more people eating them? It's not about the science, it's about perception. Cultural habits and unfamiliarity are the real barriers here, not the facts. So, next time you're at the grocery store, grab a can. Your body, your budget, and maybe even the planet will thank you. Did any of these sardine benefits surprise you? Let us know in the comments. Which one stood out the most? If this video helped you, just type yes in the comments and leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want to learn more about the best food for your health, watch this next video.